Over the past century, life for humans has improved drastically for the better. From the development of life-saving vaccines to the rise of smart technology, we have all lived through a time of brilliance. But throughout the entire course of humanity's history, the greatest signifier that life is getting better is the rise for equality and peace. However, every battle for equality and peace has risen out of an act of evil that scarred those who suffered. Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Colin Kaepernick started the movement for equality, but on May 25, 2020, the murder of George Floyd by a police officer out of black prejudice, racism, and hate sparked the demand for equality for black people in the modern world by speaking the simple fact that Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was more than a plea for respect. The movement sought justice for all of the innocent black lives struck down out of malice, equality for all black people living today, and most importantly, the upholding of the inalienable human rights of black people. Together, the world no longer takes no for an answer. The world takes to the streets to demand that action be taken. Sports leagues like the NBA, MLS, and Premier League adopted no to racism guidelines to eradicate any form of racialized discrimination in games to show respect to all players, fans, and staff at the live sports events. Professional athletes like Naomi Osaka, Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Jaylen Brown use their platforms to bring global awareness to these issues, but we must stand together with them if justice is to be served. TV shows like Blackish and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver bring to light the effect of brutality and injustice on families and citizens to the world. They show that racialized violence affects all black people in the way they are treated and how society can improve the quality of life for black people. And quite critically, George Floyd's murderers were charged, with Officer Chauvin, the man with his knee on George's neck, being charged for second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He was sentenced to prison for 22.5 years. Not only did BLM show the world that black people need their rights and existences respected, it also proved that the world can unite to achieve peace. After the upset of George Floyd and the long history of racism, hate, and death that black communities endured, black people said enough, and the world stood behind them for peace. The quest for equality has brought some justice and also enlightened the world about the beauty of black culture. From black literature, artistry, music, and even technology, the stage has finally turned the spotlight on the success of this glorious culture. While human nature is capable of doing terrible things, our divinity and desire for life drives humanity to the good. BLM proved that human nature is filled with more love, good, and peace than evil. Humanity can unite to fight the evil and suffering in our world in a manner never seen or experienced before in history. And today with the war in Ukraine, we see the same unity, fight, and love shared with those suffering in the name of peace against evil. The world is capable of good. We just need to believe in each other, open our arms with love, and embrace our humanity.